Big Mac Talks.
Monday afternoon, it was reported that Kyle Lowry had taken all affiliation with the Miami Heat off his social media. By Tuesday morning, it was announced he was traded to the Charlotte Hornets for Terry Rozier. The trade news is a bit surprising given Lowry's fit on the Miami Heat roster and the fact he is a free agent at the end of the season. It did just feel as though the Heat would give Lowry one more chance at contention with the team. Understandably, however, the Miami Heat felt they needed a younger upgrade at the point guard position, which outside of Lowry, they do not have any reliable players on the roster, leaving them rather weak at the position. Against particular teams, Lowry still did show an ability to perform at a high level, having numbers substantially above his overall season average against the likes of Boston, Cleveland, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee. Overall, however, he has been well below an average point guard this season. At the moment, Lowry ranks 45th in the NBA in PER among point guards. He is also 43rd in turnover ratio, 31st in points, and is well below his career defensive rating. In the month of January, Lowry averaged just 4.4 points per game with a 29.4 field goal percentage and a 16.1 three-point percentage. The Miami Heat ultimately are in win now mode, and it goes without saying that they cannot afford to pay $30 million and give a starting rotation spot to a player with a stat line similar to Lowry's across the month of January. Rozier, on the other hand, is still in his prime offensively. He's currently averaging a career high in both points and assists while shooting above 80% from the line and over 35% from beyond the arc. Some would argue that Rozier is just putting up dead stats on a bad team. However, when we look at stats like his box creation, the number of open shots a player creates for his teammates, and his passer rating, he ranks near the top of the league in both categories. This means that Rozier has not only been scoring the ball at will, but he has also been helping his teammates get better as well. An article recently published by Forbes shared the following chart comparing Rozier's performance this year to Kelly Oubre's statistics for Charlotte last year, who also averaged over 20 points per game for the team. As you could see from the chart, Rozier has not only been able to help his teammates more than Oubre, but he has also been a much more efficient scorer, confirming that his play is not a fluke. So, why would the Hornets trade Rozier if he's so good? Well, the team has a point guard of the future in LaMelo Ball, and the team is also over 10 games out of a playoff spot. Because of this, they rather free up extra salary cap space and acquire a draft pick in hopes that future seasons will be more successful for them. By acquiring Rozier, Miami not only gets a huge offensive upgrade who can play over 35 minutes a night and largely solve their problems at point guard immediately, but they also get a man who has always been overlooked in the NBA and has an underdog mentality. Having that dog in him will allow Rozier to fit within the Miami Heat culture nicely. The one area where Rozier will be a liability for Miami is on the defensive end. Currently, his 122.8 defensive rating puts him as the fourth worst defender in the league, despite being fifth in the league in PER amongst players who have played at least 25 games. The hope for the Heat is that Eric Spoelstra will be able to use the players around Rozier to help improve his defensive rating and make him less of a liability as a two-way player. Even if Rozier doesn't improve dramatically defensively, the massive scoring and usage upgrade they acquired in this trade, combined with no longer having to pay Lowry's salary, should play in the favor of Miami. As for Lowry, it is expected that the Hornets will waive him, giving him the ability to sign anywhere. If I had to guess, I would anticipate he signs with his hometown Philadelphia 76ers. Although the 76ers do have Patrick Beverley as a backup point guard at the moment, they do abuse Tyrese Maxey, who is currently leading the NBA minutes played with 37.7 a game. Having a bit more guard versatility off the bench and adding a title winning presence to the team, something they currently do not have, should prove beneficial for Philly. But what do you guys think? Does the trade make sense for Miami? Were you surprised to see Lowry go? And which team will Lowry sign with after he is waived? Let me know what you think in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.